Hello and welcome back to another Pilates with Jade. Today we are doing a Pilates workout for dancers. I know firsthand just how important it is to be conditioned as a dancer, so I've put this short, sharp workout together that you can use as a warm-up routine or a conditioning routine as often as you feel you need it. You don't need any equipment for this one, so just get yourself ready with a mat if you've got one, and we will get straight into it. Okay, so we're starting at the end of the mat with our feet hip distance apart. As you exhale, just take the head over to one side, stretching down the side of the neck. Then roll the chin towards the chest and take the head over to the other side and back into the center. Reversing this, so exhale, take the head over in the opposite direction. Roll the chin towards the chest, over to the other side, and then back into the center. Taking a deep breath in, as you exhale, just start to roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. So nice and slowly taking the hands down towards the mat, the eyes looking in between the legs and grabbing onto the elbows, just gently rocking the body from side to side. Keeping a slight bend through the knees here, especially if you've got tight hamstrings. Taking the hands down towards the mat now, we're going to walk out in front so the knees come under the hips, and then we're going to push back into a downward dog. So pressing the heels down towards the mat, pushing out of the hands, so really trying to flatten the back, the chest towards the thighs. And just taking deep breaths here. When you're ready, start to pedal through the feet, so bending one knee and then the other. Good. Rising up onto both toes now, and then pressing the heels down together. We're going to take the left leg up towards the ceiling first, nice straight leg, then bend through the knee. We're doing circles into this top hip. So circling the leg, leading with the knee, and then going back in the other direction. So big circles, using the knee to lead the way. Good. Extending that leg back up, and then we'll swap to the other side. So the right leg comes up, we bend through the knee and draw circles out and around 3 times, and then back in the other direction. Big circles. Good. Then extending the leg back up before you take it back down onto the mat, feet hip distance apart. Press those heels down together, and then gently bring those knees back down underneath your hips. Untucking the toes, we're going to do some cat-cows to warm up the spine. So as you inhale, open through the chest, and as you exhale, round the spine and look in between the legs. And just moving at your own pace, so inhale, open through the chest, and exhale, round the spine and look in between the legs. Good. Keep moving at your own pace, doing deep breaths as you go. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as we do Pilates. Good. Coming back to a neutral spine now. As we exhale, we're going to extend opposite arm and leg long. And as we inhale, we're going to draw it back in. And we're alternating sides. So focus on engaging through your core, so through the tummy, keeping lifted, making sure we're not arching through the back. And as we extend each leg, we're squeezing through the glute to extend. Really thinking about reaching nice and long with that arm and leg, so making a really long line from the fingertips to the toes. Every time you extend, these hip bones are staying square to the mat, so we only want to take the leg as high as we can without arching the back or rotating the hip open to one side. Squeeze the glute, exhale, extend opposites together, find that balance, and inhale, draw back in. Good, just finish off that last one. And then we're going to come down onto the right elbow and box out the left hand. As we exhale, we're going to squeeze the left glute and sweep the knee out to the side of the body. So really focusing on that left glute squeezing and taking the leg as far out to the side as you can, whilst keeping the body squared to the mat and stabilizing through the right side. So it's an exhale to squeeze the glute, sweep the leg to the side, and it's an inhale to draw it back in underneath you. Really focus on stabilizing here. Keep lifted through the abs and keep lifted through the upper body as well. So just watch that your upper body position is nice and strong too. Good, just a couple more here. And then on your next one, hold that knee up and out to the side and then extend the leg back in line with the body. Keep the turnout of this left leg so the knee is facing outwards. And as you exhale, draw the knee in towards the elbow. As you inhale, extend the leg back in line with the body, keeping that turnout the whole time. So it's an exhale to bring the knee in towards that arm, and it's an inhale to extend back, keeping that turnout. So really keep squeezing that left glute. Try to hold that rotation and holding the leg extended on the next one, we're going to lower and lift. So nice straight knee, exhale, lift, inhale, tap the toe back down. Keep trying to rotate that leg so we've got that nice turnout from the hip, squeezing through the glute. Keep those abs lifted, nice strong upper body. Just a couple more. And then we're going to finish off with some pulses. So hold that leg up and pulse. Keep that knee nice and tight for 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Well done. Just sit back if you need to. I'm just swapping directions so you can see. We're going to come down onto the left elbow now and the right hand boxes out to the side. We're swapping to the right side. So just make sure you are swapping legs here, and we're doing the right leg knee sweeps out to the side. So squeeze that glute, keep lifted through the upper body, and remember it's all about that control. So just take the leg as far as you can whilst keeping stabilized through the left side and controlling the movement in both directions, out and in, really squeezing that glute. Good, looking good. On this next one, hold that leg to the side. We're going to extend back. So hold and extend back behind you. Keep that rotation. As you exhale, draw the knee in towards the arm and inhale, extend back behind. Keep turning out from that hip, squeezing that glute as you draw the knee in and extend. Nice strong upper body. Keep holding nice and tight. Good, and on the next one, extend that leg. We've got lowers and lifts. Keep that rotation, keep squeezing through the right glute. Nice tight leg as well, pointing through the toes. Nice straight knee. Good, keep breathing as it gets harder. You can do it. We're nearly there. We're going to hold this leg up now and finish with some pulses. Squeeze that glute. 3, 2, 1. And bring the leg back in. Well done. That finishes off that little glute series. Pop the feet together, knees nice and wide, and just sit back in a prayer stretch, reaching those arms long out in front. Just take a few deep breaths here, a moment to stretch. And then when you're ready, start to make your way back up to sitting. We're going to come into a plank position on our hands now, so the wrists will be under the shoulders, the feet hip distance apart. As we inhale, we're going to bend the knees and send the hips back, pushing through the hands. As we exhale, we're going to pike the hips up, straightening the legs, and flow forward into that plank position again. So it's an inhale to push back into a crouch, and it's an exhale to pike and plank. So focus on pushing through the hands and really bending the knees as much as you can, and then straightening the legs to pike the hips up, keeping those abs lifted as you control forward back into the plank. So this exercise really does get the whole body working, especially the core as we control this movement. It's not super easy to do, as you can probably feel. Good. On your next one forward, come into the plank position. Just hold it there. Keep those abs lifted, pushing out of the hands. And then gently bring those knees down. Well done. Give those arms a bit of a roll back if you need. And then we're going to come to sitting, really get into these abs a little bit more. So sitting with the feet hip distance apart, the knees bent. Make sure you've got mat behind you. We're going to roll down onto the floor. So one vertebrae at a time, we're going to roll down and control the body all the way until we are lying flat on our back. And then bring those feet in, heels close, knees hip distance apart, and the hands behind the head. We're going to do some ab curls. So as we exhale, we're curling up. As we inhale, we're lowering down. We're focusing on scooping up as much as we can, drawing the ribs down towards the hips with every curl, and just making sure that we're not pulling on the head. So the elbows should stay nice and wide, and use that exhale breath to curl up, inhale breath to lower down. Good, looking good. We'll just do a couple more here, and then we'll make things a little bit harder. All right, when you're ready now, take those legs to tabletop, squeeze them together, and let's keep going here. So knees should be right above the hips. We're squeezing inner thighs together and making sure now that we're not arching through our lower back. So draw that belly button down to the floor and make sure that you're not arching. If you do arch, you can always pop the feet back down and keep going with the feet down. On this next one, we're going to hold our curl, reach the arms past the hips and pulse up and down. So keep the chin tucked in, eyes looking forward, squeeze the legs together and reach through the fingertips as much as you can. Holding here just for 3, 2, 1, and then relax down. Well done. Hug those knees into the chest. Great work. When you're ready, we'll be taking the legs back to tabletop for some double toe taps. So arms are just relaxed by your side. We're squeezing the legs together, and as we inhale, we lower the toes down towards the mat. And as we exhale, we lift back to tabletop. We want to focus here on really drawing the belly button down towards the mat so that lower back stays imprinted on the floor the whole time. So if your back starts to arch, just don't go down so far. Only go as far as you can without arching through your lower back, even if that means you don't actually touch the ground with these toe taps. Focus on keeping the upper body as relaxed as you can, the arms just relaxed by your side. Inhale to lower, exhale breath to lift back to tabletop. Good. Finish off that last one, then take the hands behind the head and extend the legs to the ceiling. As we exhale, we're curling up. As we inhale, we're lowering back down. So a few more ab curls here, but with the legs extended. So really try and stretch behind the knees, point those toes up to the ceiling and squeeze those inner thighs together. Draw that belly button down, and on the next one, hold that curl. Let's pulse those arms. Reach through the fingertips, squeeze those legs together, chin tucked in, eyes looking forward. Nearly there. And let's relax back down. Well done. Hug those knees into the chest. Doing really well. We've just got a few more exercises to go now. So doing really well. We'll bring those legs back to tabletop, the arms out to the side, palms facing up this time. As you inhale, lower the legs over to one side, and as you exhale, draw them back to the center and alternate sides. So we inhale to lower and we exhale to lift, keeping those legs squeezing together. We really want to focus on drawing the ribs down towards the hips, so keeping the imprint even as you rotate and one hip lifts off the ground. So only go as far as you can whilst keeping both shoulders on the mat the whole time and feeling like you're drawing your ribs down towards the hips so the ribs aren't flaring out or arching. Good, keep that control, use your breath to help you. And we're just going to finish off one last one here. Bringing the legs back to the center, we're going to open the knees, keeping the feet together. Taking the hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide. We're going to do some frog beats. So as we exhale, we'll curl the body up, flex the feet and draw the knees in towards us. As we inhale, we lower the body back down, extend the legs, turn them out and beat 2 times. So beating the heels together. Exhale, curl up, bend the knees, flex the feet. Inhale, lower down, 2 beats. We only want to lower the legs as far as we can when we're extending without arching through the back. So they don't need to go too far. Really focus on that turn out and beating the heels together, drawing that belly button down to the mat. Good. So it's an exhale breath to curl up, bend the knees, flex the feet. It's an inhale to lower, beat, beat. And on your next one, hold that curl as you extend those legs out. Let's just do these beats holding the curl. Elbows wide, keep breathing and resting down. Well done. Hug those knees into the chest. Little rocks from side to side. And then we'll take these feet back down onto the mat, hip distance apart, and just let the legs rock from side to side. Arms nice and relaxed. Good. We've just got one last exercise to finish off now. So bring those legs back into the center. We're taking one knee in towards the chest and extending the opposite leg long as we curl up into an ab curl. We pulse, pulse, and then switch to the other side. So holding the curl the whole time, pulse, pulse as you exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale, switch. So keep the chin tucked in, eyes looking forward. And then when you're ready, we're going to extend both legs. So it's a pulse, pulse, 2 straight legs. Keep those knees nice and tight, toes pointed, and hold that curl the whole time. Good. Try and keep these hips square as you do this as well. Doing really well. Keep breathing, scooping up as much as you can. Finish that last one off and then relax back down. Hug those knees in. And we are finishing off this workout there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram at Pilates with Jayde. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.